Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs opened up a 1.5-point favorite. That line has ticked up to 2 in favor of Kansas City in their neutral site game with Philadelphia. So let us discuss the question. The Eagles and the Chiefs, they are going to meet for all of the po' boys, all the marbles. How do you grade Super Bowl 59? So I've got Dragon Lord, exclamation point, and Poltergeist. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to dance and dance and dance is what we're going to do. But nobody really wants to see me dance. So to lead off, though, the MALLER report card, my first peek at Super Bowl 59, the MALLER report card, I'm giving it an A. It's not an A+ because we've already seen this matchup in recent years, but it's an A. And it's a history play. The main reason is rather obvious. Unlike the last time the Chiefs got together and played the Eagles, this time Kansas City is looking at a three-peat. They have a chance to absolutely mess up the history book of the NFL. You talk about playing with the football gods. Then you have Saquon Barkley and the Birds, who are looking to play the role of spoiler. They're not a true interloper, because a true interloper is a team that had a mediocre record. Philadelphia had a really good team this year. They were neck and neck with the Lions for most of the year. But truth be told, there is no such thing as a bad Super Bowl. It is idiot proof. The NFL has made the Super Bowl idiot proof. Now, what do I mean by that? The Super Bowl is like a dragon lord. It is immune to fire and can only be killed with the blood of a virgin on a full moon. That's the only way to ruin a Super Bowl. It is. What is my evidence? In my lifetime doing talk radio, I have survived the Arizona Cardinals making the Super Bowl. I have survived multiple appearances by the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl in my lifetime doing talk radio, and everything was fine. It was still a big deal. Why? The NFL employs a gaggle, an absolute army of conductors, and they have this thing that, as far as the eye can see, it's called the hype train. All aboard. She's coming round the mountain. When she comes, choo-choo. Yeah, the hype train. Be prepared. It's going to happen. Radio Row, the iconic Radio Row, and all the hype that brings. You'll have all your favorite athletes doing interviews they don't want to do to sell products you don't want to buy. And that'll be coming up, an entire week of that. Be prepared. And they'll do the same shtickala on every radio interview they do. And that's the way it goes. All right, furthermore, so what is the plot around the Chiefs leading up to the Super Bowl? Let's look into the future here and analyze what we're going to be getting over the next couple weeks. So there's obviously the date with history, as we mentioned, from the Lombardi Packers to the Steel Curtain Steelers of the 70s, the Joe Montana 49ers of the 80s, the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s, the New England Patriots dynasty in the 2000s and the 2010s. All of those teams who dominated, they held their own for different eras in the NFL. None of them got it done. None of them even had the opportunity. They that lost in the championship game. Here we are. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid have a chance to be head and shoulders above everyone else who's played the most popular sport in America. This is the epitome of an opportunity to put an exclamation point after your name and your team and their performance. You also have the obvious subplot, the grab bag of Taylor Swift. What's she going to be wearing? You probably bet on that, right? Where's she going to be sitting? In a luxury box. How many security meatheads are going to be around her? Probably too many. The Travis Kelce thing. There's already prop bets I've been seeing. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift on the field at the Super Bowl after the Chiefs win? Because why not? That's right out of a Hollywood movie. Andy Reid, you'll hear rumors that this will be his final game and Andy's going to ride off into the sunset, winning 3 Super Bowls in a row. That would be the dumbest thing. As long as Andy Reid is in decent health, he's going to set the all-time record. He is guaranteed to win 10, 11, 12 games every year. That's it. Every year he shows up. He's only a few years away. He's going to pass Belichick. He's going to pass Don Shula. He's set up. He's absolutely set up. There'll be some talk about Travis Kelce. Is he going to retire at the end of this game? Does he also ride off into the sunset, winning 3 championships in a row? Patrick Mahomes, with an opportunity to cement himself, he's already on pace to be the greatest quarterback. He will zoom past Tom Brady because even if he ends up with the same number of titles as Tom Brady, Brady never won 3 in a row. Head-to-head, this is the ultimate cherry on top of the sundae for Patrick Mahomes. Uncharted territory in the NFL. That is something that happens in basketball. That is a pro bouncy ball move. That is not a football move. Someone's going to try to do an interview with Chiefsaholic. He's rotting in jail for the next 17-plus years. Remember the guy that was going around robbing banks to pay for his habit of gambling on the Chiefs and to go to Chiefs games? So he's incarcerated. Seen a few documentaries about that. Yahoo. All right, last thing. So what about Philadelphia, the other team in the Super Bowl? What are the storylines for the Philadelphia Eagles over the next couple weeks? So this is like a baseball promotional schedule. It's bark in the park, as in Saquon Barkley, barking up a storm. And this will be about the Renaissance, his Renaissance in the Delaware Valley, and for Barkley to have the ultimate trump over the Giants. I mean, this was all about, right? Left for Dead, Barkley playing the role of poltergeist, haunting the Giant front office and owner Robert Mara. Even worse, the conversations on Barkley's departure from the Giants were recorded by NFL documentary makers for NFL Films for Hard Knocks. So we have all the phone calls, all the messages, all of that documented when they let Barkley go. Yikes. All right, meanwhile, the health of Jalen Hurts. He's fragile. Looked fine against that suckbag Washington defense. Jalen Hurts, also a second chance at the Super Bowl. He is the first quarterback since Jim Kelly to lose his first Super Bowl and get back. Now, the last quarterback to lose their first Super Bowl, get back and win, was John Elway. But Jim Kelly kept getting back and he kept losing. And Philly had a lead. Remember, they looked pretty good last time they played the Chiefs, and they futzed it all away in the second half. Expect a lot of talk about Howie Roseman. Broadcasters love to lick his toes, Howie Roseman. And Nick Sirianni's a front-running peacock. He'll have his feathers out all week. He was on the hot seat, not anymore. How about Big Dom? Yeah, nothing more exciting than hearing about Big Dom, the security chief, the cartoonish figure of the Eagles. I certainly hope we hear a lot from the Philadelphia mayor, Sherelle Parker. I'd like to hear what she has to say about us. I did see an interview over the weekend, and she led an Eagle chant, but she didn't actually do the chant. She claimed, well, I led the chant, and they did it, but she didn't do the chant. And I want to see her do the chant. I love when she does the Eagle chant, the iconic.
Let me hear you all say, E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles!
Yeah!
Let's go, Birds!
Let's go, Birds! Let's go, Birds. Right to the Super Bowl. How about the Eagle fans? Some reports of debauchery in Philadelphia on Sunday, minor reports. Lunatics will get plenty of play as well. So those are all the stories that we'll get in the coming days. Woohoo! And many more.